Hello, everybody. Hello, Marja.
Hi, Angélique. Hi, everyone.
Today we're gonna have a mini video. I'm going to interview Marja Zapusek from Slovenia.
Yes,
Correct? Yeah,
yes,
good.
correct.
Uh, awesome. And we're gonna talk about the relationships done different specialty. It's an access consciousness specialty class. And then Maria, you are also relationships on different facilitators. Since how long have you been on this
Ooh,
journey?
I think for 3 years now already. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. And so today I have some questions for you. And from the questions, it will be some tools and awareness that we can share with people who are looking to change their relationships, to add some tools, and to see some and to see and create something different with their relationships. So my first question today it's about um, what is your favorite relationship done different tool, like the favorite tool you got from this beginning class?
Thank you for asking me that. It's when you ask me that, I'm like, every tool. And then I'm like, oh, I have to pick one. Um, and if I have to actually pick one, it would be gratitude. It's not per se a tool, but using being gratitude and turning to gratitude when when you feel everything is upside down, or if you don't know what else to do anymore. Gratitude, actually, if you remember to be grateful, it actually melts everything, and it melts you. It creates this space of relaxation and of softness, and from there you can choose something different. And it always, because usually in relationships, there's two or more people involved. And sometimes I know, even for people that um are not someone I would say like a close relationship, or someone that I really care about, even if it's someone from work, or like a client, or someone I don't have this close relationship with. The energy of gratitude really creates something totally different, and it creates a space where you can function from a totally different space with people and choose differently. So that and interesting point of view, I have this point of view, an interesting point of view, the other person has this point of view, an interesting point of view, I have this point of view, that the other person has this point of view. That for me is vital. And it's usually when I don't know what to do anymore, or when I'm like fresh out of ideas, or like when I'm really frustrated, that tool helps everything.
Yeah, totally. Thank you for that. It's really the first thing that if someone never heard about this tool, I would say that maybe they will think, but how can you have gratitude for someone who is really mean, or someone who did something so bad to you?
Yeah. That's why it's great to use it as a tool, because you actually, if you turn to gratitude, you actually have to look at things. So you have to actually, it invites you to be in the question. So like you said, why would I be grateful? How can I be grateful for someone that really pushes all my buttons? But that's it. It's a choice. You can be. And then realizing that when you realize it's a choice, then you can use that energy. And that energy is transformational. And just trying it, just letting your barriers down, and letting that energy come to you and then infusing it into the situation, for example, with the person. And you can be like grateful for the fact that they're an asshole because,
Mm,
they show you who they are at that point, in that, like, they show you what they're capable of. And that's actually, you can be grateful for that because that's information you have now. That's
yeah,
information that you can use to your advantage now. So, in that kind of regard, using gratitude as a tool.
yeah. It's what I really love about the tools of access consciousness is just use them, like
Yeah.
try them on your daily life and see what you change. And then when you see the change, when you observe, when you start to get the fruit that you planted with using the tools, that this is making you the being the whole experience of you having the power to change every situation, every point of view you have, and then you start to get another space and like, oh,
Mm,
is it not better that this space of peace and space and
yeah.
ease? I love when Gary says like, would you prefer to be right or would you prefer or to be free? Because when you want to be right on some situation, you cannot be free, and it's so true.
Yeah.
And this is what we learn, just to be right or wrong on any
Yeah.
situation, to prove
Yeah.
who we are that we don't want to be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And that's in relationships, that is very often the case, that people just want to be right. And that's why it comes to the conflicts and all that sticky stuff with people with regards to relationships. And also, if I go back to the gratitude, is it also, it's not just for others. If you can also be grateful for you, and it's an amazing space to start being grateful for yourself. And that's something that we're actually even more resisting than being grateful for someone we don't like. And it does invite, when you have that for you, and and claim it, own it, acknowledge it, start being that for yourself, you can basically be that for anyone else.
mm,
And the gratitude is actually a space of who we are. It's an energy that we as a being are. And when we're not grateful, that just means we're just being a person. We're not being who we truly are. We're not being in touch with ourselves. Because when we are who we really are, we are great gratitude. We are grateful. And
totally.
just thinking of gratitude, or using or going to gratitude, it actually opens the door for you to become more you. And then from there, you can have totally different choices in relationships.
Mm, totally. We all tried to be in relationship until now. I mean, like what we learn from relationship from our parents or this society, it's to like uh, judge, react, fight, blame. Like all those things that makes everything heavy. So what if we try gratitude to see how it goes? Because we already tried all of this,
Yeah.
all of the stuff that doesn't work. So
Yeah.
what if we can just add something else that can look at creating something different with relationships? So
Yeah.
this is why I love this class. The one of the topic the most heavy in my life that has been changed with His joy and glory. So
Yeah.
how does it get any better?
Yeah.
Thank you for this first question. My second question would be: how was your first experience being facilitated by Simone Milasas for your first relationships done different beginning class?
um my first relationship done different class, I actually did not I wasn't facilitated personally by Simone because I didn't ask a question because I didn't dare. I was like, no, I'm going to hide. I'm going to have my camera. I was online and I'm going to have my camera shut. I'm not gonna have my camera on because I was hiding, and there was so much. I didn't realize how much unconsciousness and anti-consciousness and resistance there was in my world. And like you said, it was one of the most challenging topics in my life, and I would never think so
Mhm.
until. And also I was also saying, oh yeah, I want to go to a relationship class, and oh, that would be fun, that would be interesting, oh yes, I need it. But I was avoiding it for a very long time. And just because I actually had so much resistance. And whenever you have a lot of whenever you love something very much, or you hate something very much, or you have a lot of resistance to something, that is actually the thing that will give you most freedom and most change. If you go towards it, if you take an action towards it, if you become present with it and use the tools. And that is actually what happened with me as well. That totally changed that class, even though I was hiding, even though I was like, it was because I that was also my excuse, because in Australia, compared to Europe, it was a very early morning class, and I was like lying in bed. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not awakened yet. And I kind of slept through the whole thing. Like, I would wake up for half an hour and then fall asleep again. And even though, and then I also, like, afterwards, I listened to the recordings and listened, and it's changed everything for me. Like, it changed my reality to the point that I chose to become an RDD certified facilitator.
Wow.
Mhm.
Love it.
Mhm.
So,
Me too. Me too.
yeah, thank you for choosing it. So,
Yeah, I'm glad I did. It did not. And also sometimes it's really you think it's a little bit like selfish, because when you facilitate a class, your
mm.
life totally changes as well. And I thought, like, a few times I thought I should be paying these people, not like the other way around.
This is the beauty of gifting and receiving,
Yeah.
and thank you for choosing to facilitate us and everyone who are looking for that, because it's you're the gift. So we're
Yeah.
happy to pay you.
Thank you, thank you. And another thing I wanted to add with regards to, even though I wasn't facilitated directly by Simone, I didn't ask a question. Even though it's still, the whole class facilitated me as if I would be asking a question, because people were asking things that I wanted to ask about. So it
Totally.
really
I had
is magical. Yeah.
I had the same thing too. Exactly that. So it's perfect. And when you are in a group, like the group is facilitating you, the manual, the facilitator, the class, if you are in the place too. So it's yeah. So we we almost talk about that, but we can go more on the last question is how did the relationships and different class and tools change your life, your daily life, or you know, your whole life? One thing maybe?
Well, the most important thing was my relationship with myself. I really changed how I was with myself. I started valuing me more. I started being present with me more. I started to get to know me more. And I couldn't guess this, but it really gave me so much more of me. Almost like, I would say, like, it also invited me to step into being brave and being unstoppable,
Mm.
and and also like relationships that I never thought would change, that I never thought, oh, this is never getting better. This is like how it is. You have people that you can't divorce. You just there in your life and you're like, oh, okay, I don't know what to do with this. And then those relationships changed as if by magic because I changed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
pleasure.
Yeah. This topic is such something that relationships, it's the thing that one of the most heavy things in this reality, like relationship with everything, like even with yourself, like nobody teach us or show us how to be with yourself, like if we ask you what are your value, or what
Mm,
is I am valuable, like everything around that is really heavy. So I really see this class as the a future of change, a big change. It's We are seeking that, and it's now available. So I wonder who, yeah, who are looking for the gift of this class, who can find those classes and those facilitators who are sharing those tools to change their life. So
yeah, I truly also recommend this. It does transform your life in a like in a big way, and you can't even explain how. It's not linear, but it changes stuff, that fundamental stuff that you can't really define, and it still does. It just goes deep inside into the foundation of everything, and it just turns it around. And um yeah, it's just it's different. Things are different. You can feel it as well. That's something very interesting. And like I said, when it's something that you really avoid or really are in resistance to, then I would suggest that is the thing to go towards, to, not away, going
yeah,
towards it. And that is a level of courage that I see people that come to these classes that they have. It is true courage, and it is tenacity, and it's dedication and commitment to creating a different world. Can you
yeah,
imagine everyone functioning from gratitude, being caring, being something that's valued, being in allowance, not in judgment, the generosity of spirit? And I would also say that is something that is going to create a different future for the earth itself.
yeah, totally. Yeah. What would you take,
Yes.
really? Well, thank you, Maria, for this amazing invitation, and
Thank you for having
and
me.
with pleasure. And thank you, everyone, for watching this video. And we are more than happy to answer any questions if you have about this class. Simone Milasas is she's doing one online in April, so you can go on our website www.simonemilasas.com, and you can see everything. There is many podcasts around relationships on her podcast too. So please feel free to find everything on YouTube. If you type Simon Milasas and relationships, you will find a lot of stuff. Um, and yeah, happy to see you in any classes all around the world or online. And thank you so much, Maya, and have a beautiful day.
You too. Thank you, Angélique, and everyone. Bye.
Bye.